Hey guys, this is Joy. Welcome back for another video. Today's project is for Spellbinders and it is the September Club Kit Blog Hop. Now everything that I've used for this card is listed and linked below in the description and also on my blog. Now I'm starting with a piece of A2 sized 120 pound cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. I like this weight of cardstock the most for foiling. I will use other weights if I'm using a colored cardstock, but this one tends to really take the foil good without having to refoil and running it through the machine again. I am starting with Sea Salt ink from Tailored Expressions, and then I'm going to come in with some Earl Grey at the top for a darker look. So I'm doing the ombre effect. Towards the bottom is going to be white and the top will be darker. So here is the Earl Grey. Now I did want to say, definitely leave a comment on my blog and all of the other blogs. I'm going to be giving away a $25 store credit to Spellbinders. Definitely leave a comment on the Spellbinders blog because they are also giving away a $50 store credit to, I believe, 3 winners. So leave comments. Number one, we love to talk with you guys and communicate with you, but definitely we want you guys to win something. So please leave a comment. Okay, so this is a dye ink and you can notice that it's a little bit splotchy, but once that ink soaks into the paper, you get this really gorgeous ink blend. It's nice and smooth transition between both of the colors. So it turns out perfect. Now here is, I am using the Glimmer Hot Foil kit for September and it's Have a Colorful Day. I haven't used this yet this month, so I thought it would be perfect for the blog hop. And so I'm taking this die cut out, I'm gonna run that through the die cut machine, and then I'm gonna use the rainbow foil for the little insert pieces that you're gonna foil. So I've run that through the die cut machine and I'm gonna add some tape to the back because I want all of those pieces to stay together. I felt like this would be the easiest way to foil. The first die cut I did, I took apart the rainbow pieces and I thought that's just going to be a lot harder to foil each one separately, plus a little more time consuming. So as you can see, I'm taking those pieces that are the foil plates, laying those down on each of the rainbows in order, and then I'm going to take another piece of low tack tape and tape those in place and make a hinge. I will wrap the tape around this and make a hinge so we can slide the foil under. So I'm lining it back up, there's the hinge, and now I will lift this up and we can put the foil in there. So here is the rainbow foil and I just think it is absolutely fabulous, and I'm just lining up which colors I want on this rainbow and trimming off the excess. I'm going to slide that in there. I had my inked cardstock on the Glimmer Hot Foil system while it was heating up to help dry that ink. Now I'm going to place that onto the Glimmer Hot Foil system and let that heat up. Once it's done, I'm going to pull it out of the dock, place my shims on top and my plates, run that through your die cut machine really slow. I go forward and backwards really, really slow to make sure to get a good impression. And when we take this off, I needed to use my little magnetic tool that comes with the system because it was so hot. You could see that the foil took great. Now this foil is Speckled Aura, and if you guys follow me, you know I love the Aura foil altogether, and then the speckled one is even more gorgeous. Now this is the outline, and we're going to foil that directly on that inked background. And that, isn't that gorgeous? It's so, so pretty. And that's where we're going to slide in the other rainbow pieces that we made. Now this is the Framed Details Glimmer Plates by Laurie Willison and her Effortless Greetings. And it's actually leaves, but I want to use it for raindrops. And now I'm using this new Opal foil. And when I was looking at the stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, which side is the right side? The back of the foil is not as smooth as the front of the foil. So that's how you know the back to the front. And so that's what I was checking out with my fingers. I cut a strip of it. I am just lining it up on the one piece that I want, and that is centered on the bottom part of that rainbow. And then I'm just going to hold that in place with some tape, make sure everything is straight, making sure that piece of foil is lined up. I'm going to run that through my die cut machine the same as we did the other ways. And now you can see that beautiful opal look. It's not super in your face at all. And in some light, you can't see it. I had a little bit of overfoiling, and so I just took my Mono Tombow eraser and just gently erased that off. So now we're going to put the raindrops onto the other side. I'm going to line that up, which one I'm going to use. I'm using a different strip. I want it a little bit shorter. Again, cutting a piece of this opal foil and just lining that up. And I'm going to tape that down so it just doesn't get in the way and trim off any of the excess. Make sure when you're putting your tape down, it does not overlap onto something that's already been foiled because it will remove it. Now that that is done, now we've got this beautiful rainfall coming from the rainbow. All right, now we are going to line up the sentiment that comes in this Glimmer Hot Foil kit. I'm using my T ruler and lining up my paper on my grid so that way I can make sure my sentiment is straight. I'm lining that up and using some tape, again making sure I do not tape over any existing foil. Taping that down and using some more rainbow foil. I felt like the sentiment saying over the rainbow for you needed rainbow foil. So I'm just lining up where what colors I want and trimming off the excess. We will tape that down, stick it onto the machine until it heats up, and then running it through the die cut machine just like we did all the other times. So I'm going to add just a little bit of tape again to hold that down, and I taped a hinge. The reason why you tape a hinge is if you need to foil again, you don't have to try to line up your glimmer plate. And isn't that really, really pretty? So now that that's done, we're going to adhere these pieces together. Now you can see that little die cut there. It's a die cut cloud that comes with this glimmer kit. I just die cut that out of white cardstock. Now I'm taking these rainbow pieces and I'm adding just the tiniest bit of liquid glue. I really don't want my liquid glue to squish out and get onto that foil. So I'm being very careful, just the tiniest bit of glue, using my tweezers to help hold that, lining it up, and in between each layer, you are going to see that speckled aura foil, which I think is just gorgeous. And it plays so well with that rainbow foil. I'm a gold person, so I don't feel like you can go wrong with gold anything. So now we're going to add some foam tape behind these clouds. I do want some dimension behind that, but first I want to trim down about 1/4 of an inch on each side of this panel, not the top and bottom. I like how long it looks when you have those raindrops coming down. It's very long all the way down the front of that card. So here's the foam tape, just a little bit of foam tape behind those clouds for dimension. And we need to add a little bit of color to the clouds. So I started with my Copic marker B000, and I kind of went around all of the edges. It was a little too light, so I came in, no, excuse me, B000, and then I came in with B00. Now I'm going to adhere this to a white A2 size card base. And then this card is done, and it's so simple and so beautiful, and you can see all of the different colors of foil and how they shimmer and shine differently. Now listen guys, make sure you leave a comment here and on Spellbinders for chances to win some gift certificates. Thank you so very much for stopping by. I really hope that you feel inspired by this project. I do have some affiliate links below. It costs you guys nothing to use, but thank you so much for using them because it does continue to help me make these videos. I will see you guys soon. Bye.